Redmond, you're 2 saves away from tying Todd Helton for career saves at Tennessee. Are you even aware of that?
I mean, I'm definitely aware of it, but it's one of those things, we talk more about team stats than individual stats. It's one of those things that's corny, but I mean, at the end of the day, if we get a dub up there and we get to Omaha like we think we can, then that's the main goal.
What'd you learn about this team with y'all kind of having to come from behind the last 2 days and playing a tight one today?
I mean, just what we're learning. The bats are unbelievable. I mean, I say it over and over. I'm just happy we're not facing them anymore like we're in the fall. I mean, my confidence was down after having to face them every day, but no, it's one of those things we're resilient, so I don't think anybody ever thinks we're out of it, kind of like we were last year. No game was lost until the final out was made.
How fun is it to play on this team with the way y'all been playing lately?
Oh, it's electric. It's one of those things you just don't know who it's going to be every day. It could be Russell, Trey, just somebody's going to hit a big home run or a big hit and just turn tides.
In terms of over you today, what you have going on the mound there tonight?
The changeup was working for me really well today. I had a good feel of it, and just missing barrels today. I kind of got unlucky with 2 hits in the beginning, but one of those things, I trust my defense behind me just to work out of it and just keep trusting the pitches. Kind of got me through 6 years here in the changeup, and just knowing that it's going to work out for me.
You were here early on when wins were hard to come by, and y'all won 12 games in Tony's first year in the SEC. What's it like now coming to the ballpark and just having this confidence that you're leaving with a win every time?
It's crazy. Me and Luke were actually talking about last year. Our first year here, we won 7 in the SEC. So just knowing that we'd won that in our first 7 games is just, it's unbelievable how this program's turned around and how the expectations of just winning is what it is. Like, we used to be able to celebrate winning 1 game, and now taking 3 is the standard. So
Kind of going off that, just how does the crowd, the environment compare to some of those early days too?
it's unbelievable. I mean, we used to not even fill up for the Vandy games like that, but now every single game's full. I mean, the midweeks, everything, and I mean, this team feeds off the energy from the crowd, and I think that's how it is for all ball fans.
How have y'all adjusted to kind of being a team that plays with the target on the back? I know something early in the career was kind of hard to think about that being a thing, but it's kind of that way now.
I think we started adapting it last year. We kind of took that, a lot of them say Dylan role, and I think we just fed off of that. I think everybody knows. I think we want to be. We got guys like Drew Gilbert who legit wants to fight everybody, it feels like, and just be the guy that has the target on his back. And I think we feed off of guys like him and Jordan Beck and just continue to just love having that target on our back.
At what point, in the past couple of years, did you realize that, wait, a lot of people really do not like us at all? Like, it seems like there's no middle ground with y'all.
I think it was last year, really. I think we, there were a couple home runs we hit and people got upset that we celebrated, but I mean, when you do it consistently like some of the guys do, I mean, it's just kind of the natural thing. It's kind of what they do. It's who they are. So I think that's kind of when we started noticing it, and it's kind of when we started feeding off of it.
How do you guys find ways to keep getting better? I mean, as much as you win the games.
It's just look individually what you need to do. For me, it's just getting a little velo on the fastball, kind of just staying healthy. For everybody else, I think it's just individualistic. I think you just look and see where, because there's always places to improve. I mean, from starting rotation to the bullpen to the hitters, you can just find a gap in your game that you can get better at.
From the best start in SEC history, just what does that little piece of history mean to y'all?
I think it's cool. I think it's something that we'll build off of, and today was kind of one of those things. You can see how we react after getting the record, and I think we responded well. The Sunday games are always a pain to play because anybody can win them. It's always back and forth, but yeah, I think it's one of those things. I think we'll respond good to it, and I think we just want to keep going. I think we want to make a streak that nobody else can break.
What's it like going into those Sunday games knowing the teams that are on the bump? I mean, y'all had Blade last year, but now being this year, it seems like a lot of times Sunday teams are kind of scraping the barrel, but y'all are just throwing guns.
I mean, being Mr. Consistent. The guy, you know what you're going to get from him every week, and the stuff plays. He misses barrels, gets a lot of weak outs, and he can mix 3 pitches great. And you see, I say it every week, he gets better and better each week, and it's unbelievable to see his progress. I mean, he's coming off Tommy John surgery, and he in the fall didn't even throw it a ton, and then you see him in the spring, it's just unbelievable where his game from.
A couple more. Were y'all aware of the record before the weekend, and is there anything that y'all talked about?
I think a lot of guys were aware. I mean, Twitter and stuff, it's hard to keep anything a secret now, but it wasn't really talked about. I think it's just one game at a time mentality that Coach V instills in us, so that's how we took it. Kind of take it one game, one inning, one pitch, and just focus on the next task, and you can't get too ahead of yourself.